Alright, so this video is to recap what we did today in class, and today is the 16th, I believe, yes. So we're going to look at writing decimals as fractions and fractions as decimals. So the first one we're going to do is writing fractions as decimals. First up, count the zeros. How many zeros are in the denominator, and what I'm showing you now works for numbers like 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, etc. Okay, so we're going to count the zeros. I want you to make dashes for each zero you count. Write the number then from right to left, and then fill in any empty dashes with zeros. So let's take a look at some examples. Here we go. We have 39 1,000ths. My first step was to count the zeros. 1, 2, 3. Second step was to make dashes for each zero we see. So 1, 2, 3. Okay? I'm going to put a decimal right here. Now I'm going to write the number from right to left. So I write 9, 3, 0. Okay? So it's 0.039. And you can check this by looking at the place values. This is the tenths place. This is the 100ths place. This is the 1,000ths place. And for it to be 39 1,000ths, it needs to end in the 1,000ths place. So if you put the dashes, write the number right to left, and then put zeros, you'll always end up with it being in the right place. Here's a pretty simple one, 7/10. There is 1 0 in 10, so I make 1 dash. I will put my decimal in my number, 7. So it's 0.7. Let's look at one more example. This is a mixed number, 3 and 9 100ths. Okay? I count my zeros in 100 and I have 2. I put my dot, my decimal. I write my number right to left. So I have 9. Then I need to fill in a 0. And then I write my whole number. So it's 3.09. The second thing we're going to look at is writing decimals as fractions, okay? And we can't just simply go in reverse order of writing the other one we looked at, okay? So, step 1, we count the digits. Then we write zeros for each digit. We put a 1 in front of those zeros. And then we write the number above the 1 and zeros, okay? So that may sound kind of like out there, but let's look at a couple of examples. Here's our first example. It's 0.402. So I'm going to count the digits. I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3 zeros. My next step was to put a 1 in front of those. Now it's to write this number over it. Alright? 402. You can check this as this is the 10th place, this is the 100th place, and it ends in the 1,000th place. Okay? Let's look at another example that might kind of confuse you. We have 0.0102. My first step is to count my zeros, or count my digits rather. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2. Hang on, let me erase this because I don't want to confuse you. Here we go. Alright. So I have 4 digits, so I need to write 4 zeros. My next step is to put a 1 in front of those. And my next step is to write the number above it. And this is the only number that I need to worry about right here. Okay? This 0 doesn't matter. Alright, 1, 0, 2. Okay? So it's 102/10,000. Alright, I hope this helps. If you need to, you can go back and pause the video where it's got the instructions for fraction to decimal, or pause it where it says writing decimals as fractions.